Hey, 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 welcome. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm your host, Easy, the Crochet Lady, and today I have a super fun hat to share, a hat pattern to share with you. So I hope that you are ready to have a lot of fun today. This is super easy, and it's just worked in one spiral. This is where we start right here, and we just go round and round and round and round and round until you get the hat, the height that you want. Obviously, this is a diagonal bobble stitch going to the left, and we're going to just alternate every other row. So we're going to be bobble stitching and then single crocheting once we get our hat band made. Now, the yarn that I chose today is, I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby. Of course, you can use whatever yarn you like that fits the hook that you have. I chose the size 6mm, but go ahead and use whatever you want. Now, this pattern calls for an even number chain, so I chained 60. So, whatever you want to do for, your even number to fit your head is, certainly your choice. And of course, the bigger hook you use may mean the less stitches that you need, depending, like I said, on the size that you are making. All right, so if you're ready to get started, go ahead and grab your stuff. And one more thing before we get into this, the way that this has worked after we get the band done is we're going to be doing one bobble stitch row, one single crochet row, and moving, the bobble stitch over one and up each round. All right, so go ahead and gather up your stuff, and I'll see you in just 1 second. Okay, so I have my chain here, and this is a chain of 60. I'm just going to tighten that first chain up just a tiny bit. And let's take a stitch marker and mark this ridge right here. Because once you start crocheting, sometimes it gets kind of lost, and it's easier to have it already marked for a neater placement later on. And the next thing we're going to do is insert our hook like that into the loop. Maybe make it a little smaller. And then insert it into the ridge right here. Place your loop over just like that. And then take your working yarn just to give it a tiny little tug. Not a lot, just enough to secure it. We're gonna yarn over and pull up a loop and chain one. And then we're gonna single crochet in the same spot. And let's single crochet in each ridge. But before we do, grab your tail here and just pull it to the back. Oops. All right, pull it to the back just like that. And then that way it's out of the way. And we're just gonna crochet into the next ridge, and it will just sit back there neater than trying to weave it in later. And we're going to single crochet in each ridge all the way around. And I'll see you right back over here. Okay, so we finished our first round, the foundation round, and we're just going to single crochet into the first stitch, but we're going to crochet into the back loop and the loop just below that. Then go ahead and mark that stitch, that first one right there. And let's just keep going. And my stitches are a little snug, not too snug, but you don't want to make them, note to self, make it a little loose, just a smidge. And then we're just going to keep going all the way around, making our single crochets in the back loop and the loop just below that. That way you have a more secure stitch when you're crocheting rounds in the back loop only. So go ahead and crochet all the way around to right here. All right, so we finished our first round by crocheting in the back loop, and we're just going to continue to do that. I'm going to crochet in my marked stitch right here. And then mark that stitch. And really you can crochet as many rounds as you want for the like ear part or like the headband part, whatever you want to call it, of your hat, the base. Some people call it the brim, but whatever. Anyway, so you can crochet around for as many rounds as you want using this method. I'm going to crochet around probably about 4 or 5 more rounds, and then we'll start to make the bobble stitch. Okay, our band is finished, and I have went ahead and just made a regular single crochet in the first stitch of the last round I did here. And I'm going to make 3 more single crochet. So we have 4 single crochet now, and then we're going to make our bobble. So we're going to yarn over and insert our stitch into the next tube or loop, pulling, yarn over, inserting a hook into the next stitch and pulling up a loop 4 times. So that was once. And then you're going to yarn over through all of them except for 2, and then through the last 2. And then just go ahead and push that forward with your finger, and then make 4 more single crochet. And then another bobble. And then you're just going to keep going all the way around. Until we get right back over here. Okay, our first bobble round is finished, and I already made a single crochet in my marked stitch from the round below. And so now we're just going to make 1 round of single crochet in each stitch around. And you don't have to mark these. I'm just really marking these just for the video. If you know what you're doing, then by all means just ignore the stitch markers. But I just like to keep track of what I'm doing while I'm doing this. And then you're going to crochet into each bobble just like that, and each single crochet. And then do this all the way around until we get back to the stitch marker. Okay, so we have completed our round of single crochet, and then we're just going to single crochet in this stitch right here, our marked stitch from the row below, and in the next 3. And then we're going to make a bobble in the next stitch. And then single crochet in the next 4. Bobble in the next one. Single crochet in the next 4. And then you're just going to continue this pattern all the way around, and then proceed with a round of single crochet just like we did before. And if you're using stitch markers to keep track, that may help you. Otherwise, you can just kind of eyeball where you need to place your next bobble on the bobble rounds, because if you put it in the wrong spot, it's going to be pretty obvious. So that's a tip too. So let's go ahead and keep alternating rows or rounds and then see what this looks like in just a few minutes. Like this. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh. And this yarn is really soft too. So I ended with a round of single crochet at the top, and all I'm going to do is leave enough yarn to sew in. And what I mean by sew is we're just going to like weave in and out of like every other stitch so that we can pull our yarn and like kind of draw our hat together like that. And you know, you can leave it like that or you can attach a pom-pom, whatever. So anyways, that's how we're going to close this hat. So go ahead and get your needle and thread it up with your tail. So I've cinched my hat together, and if you haven't already done so, go ahead and take your needle and just go around and around through some of the other little loops that are close to the opening and cinch those together too. That way you have a nice closed top and you're ready to add your accessory. But leave your tail so that you can tie it to the pom-pom too, and then have everything really nice and secure. Yay, we are finished, you guys. Here it is. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love it. And over here where we started, I just simply like weaved my little tail in, so where it looks, you know, pretty decent. You can always put like a little leather patch over that or something like that. Or, you know, like in reality, who cares? So if you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And thanks so much once again for hanging out with me. All right, chit chat in the near future. Peace out. Happy crochet.